Hi Dominic, so we're going to do a quick video to show you our dippy. We'll start in the bedroom. So everything you would expect, lots of cupboards, lots of space. Under the bed is a ton of storage, and we then have direct access to the engine, so you lift this board up and you can get to it very easily. Under here we just have all the documentation, the spares for the blinds, and the rear view parking cam. We took it off because it wasn't particularly useful, but you might want to plug it back in, still works. So we talk about the bedroom. We have all the cabling up for the telly, and there's bracketry to chuck another telly up if you want to change it.
We also have the two radiators in the bedroom at the foot, and then
two blowers.
Yeah, you've got the blower, which also works off the furnace, so that will keep things warm. Control for the hydro flame, which is the gas furnace.
We also have a very large kinky mirror, which does actually make it very bright in here. When we first moved in, it was so dark, so we put this in just to put the light around. We also have the air conditioning unit, which in the summer is a godsend because obviously it being a van and being so well insulated, it does get very hot.
Safety wise as well, that's also the emergency exit, so you can pop those two tabs and get out through the back. We've never done that because
if not, you had a fire.
I've also just been gone. I don't necessarily want to try and get out of the window and then try and put the window back in.
We also have safety alarms as expected.
Yep.
Moving on to the corridor,
Oh.
we have our monoxide alarm, painted canary yellow because we're hilarious. And we also have two more cupboards. Back of this cupboard here is the water for the Audi system, so this is just for all the radiators, so you just keep it topped up, keep it tacking. We top it up kind of once a year with just antifreeze water. It's not a big issue.
You've also got some of your breaker switches here, which control mostly the lighting and the heat. There are additional breakers.
On this side we also have, come through?
Yep, let's go through this way.
Access to another inverter.
So that inverter is actually a almost spare inverter. It is still connected to the system, but your main inverter is on the side here next to the furnace, and if I flick that on, you've got a separate switch just to get that rolling, and that controls the plug sockets in the bedroom and two at the front. So if you're dry camping, that's your main electricity to switch on if you want anything beyond 12 volt. So that'll give you 240 in most of the plug sockets. If you're on hookup, you'll have 240 all the time.
Bathroom. And the lights on.
Yep, switch on down there. There you go.
Maybe only have 3 years. Okay, shower. Shower works. Shower has good pressure. It's warm enough. It is what it is, really. And it has a light. Toilet. We have a switch here for the water pump to turn on and off. A lot of people, especially in cold camping, will turn the pump on and off as you use it, just in case anything bursts. In the UK, it's not really an issue. Storage underneath, as you would expect.
There you go.
Bathroom, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Yay, kitchen. Corridor.
So kitchen, we've got the fridge.
Fridge. So we put in just a standard UK fridge. We did have a gas fridge when we moved in. They just don't last. They have a shelf life of about 4 years, and ours was 20 years old. And people were amazed that it was barely working. And we looked at a quote getting a new gas fridge put in, and we were told in no uncertain terms, don't bother, it won't last. You don't need it. So we have just a normal fridge. Works really well. It's a fridge.
Yeah, underneath the fridge, you've got your other main breakers.
Breaker box.
So there's your mains, your optional air conditioning, portable appliances, general purpose, microwave. You also got your 12 volt fuses there, and a separate inverter, which is running and fused here, as you can see.
Fuses everywhere.
Yeah, you've got to love the fuses everywhere.
Okay, going into kitchen stuff. Microwave is new. It's only been in here for about 6 months. We changed it out from the 20-year-old one, which was not doing very well. We have the control box for the solar panel, so that just gives us a reading, which is 0.2 today because it's really overcast. But obviously it's a good way of just checking your batteries and making sure everything's topped up. Ancient oven. It works fine. We've been cooking with it for 3 years. It's never been an issue, but oven, hob.
extraction hood.
Extraction hood.
Yep. On the extraction hood, you also have your main battery testers, so you know where they are. Your black tank indicator, which I wouldn't trust the black tank because you always get little bits of floaty bits on sensors. Your grey tank, which is half full at the moment. Fresh water. Ooh, we're quite low on fresh water at the moment. LPG tank, but because we run off the bottles, it's basically empty. Switching on for the water pump if you want that, and a little light if you want that as well.
Yes.
There, you've also got your thermostat for the Aldi system, so your radiators. So it's currently on at the moment, and it's programmable just like a domestic
So you can
thermostat.
program up to 6 times during the day, so you can have it turn on when you're not here. Extra storage under here, because everything's a cupboard. There's another storage unit there.
Ooh, with some bags. This can also be converted into a bed, so this table can be taken off and put down here, and then the cushions arranged to make a double bed. As can this rock and roll bed, which you can roll out into a double bed if you want it that way.
Very easy, and I always struggle to put back.
There we go.
Okay, what else? More cabinets, second air conditioning unit. The control unit for the air conditioner is in here. You can only run the front or the back at one time, so you turn it to which one you want. To be honest with you, we found in this summer when it was really hot, having this one on cooled the entire van. Like, we had people coming round to use our air conditioning. Booze cabinet.
Booze cabinet. Always gotta love that. Not drinks cabinet just by us. It is actually designed as said drinks cabinet. So.
Classy Americans.
Exactly.
Lots
More overhead storage.
as you can imagine.
This wind-up will wind up the television aerial, so if you want to have that come through, and there's not only links for the television aerial in the bedroom, there is also cabling back here, which you can't see because it's too dark. So if you did want to put a telly back where the bookshelf now is, there was originally a television there, and the cabling's still all behind it.
Oh, another light.
And more lights. The front is also a very handy little desk, so if you're driving along you've got a passenger desk, which is good, and I always like that.
Chairs also spin.
You've got your fire extinguisher down there just in case. More plug sockets. 2 of those plug sockets run off the inverter, the rest are from the 240 system.
Underfloor hatch.
Yep.
Which, can I lift this up in one go?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you lift that one up. It's a little bit filthy, don't judge us, we haven't hoovered it yet.
Yep. And then underneath here you've got additional storage.
If you can see, that's one of the underfloor heaters. So amongst this entire living section we've got radiators underneath. They're all
Yeah,
plumbed.
so the radiators run from there at the front all the way along here and basically end where the step ends, like that.
What else have we got? What's got the heaters around the chair?
Yeah,
Just
so
don't want to be cold while
if
you're
you wanted to
drawing.
put blow heaters on, then they come out from underneath the rock and roll bed. Our front door is behind the curtain. We keep it in there just so it's
Sensible.
just so any little drafts are there. If we open this up, you've also got your battery disconnects, so if you wanted to run off certain battery banks or in tandem you can. Your speakers for your sound system, we have never used them, but they do work whenever you're actually driving around off the mains.
Sound properly.
Again, you've got the wall radiators, you've got your radiators underneath there as well, and you also have radiators, smaller ones. You're right there, Mel.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the bloody hatch, I always do.
It's because the thing's out. Mel, lift it up. Yeah, I know, I'm still filming. So underneath it, we also have smaller radiators that fit in. So they kick out there behind the rock and roll bed as well.
Do you want to start the Jenny?
Let's start the Jenny, shall we? So to start the generator, yeah, you can do that. To start the generator, if it's been a while, we want the preheat thing. So you hold that for a maximum of 30 seconds. We tend to hold it for about 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then your starter is here.
Oh, that's
There you go. So the generator will produce 240 volts, basically keep everything going. Say it's not the most social, but if you can also... let's just turn it off. Okay, but you can also put a little suitcase generator at the back, which is on the outside. There's a hookup point there as well, so if you wanted to run a quieter, smaller one, if you're just doing, say, campsite camping, this is designed for your sort of doing proper kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the name. All I've got is John Bundy, but that's the wrong guy. Wilderness camping style.
Yeah. Then, as is standard, we've got our retractable jacks. So whenever we park up, we make sure everything's level. We've got the jacks, make sure we don't sink. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, looking at all the things. Do you want to start her up? Do we need to unplug her first? Do you need to take her off hookup?
No.
No, I'll start her then.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Starter is the normal one.
Neutral.
There you go. So when she starts quite nice. Obviously, when you do start something, make sure things are down. We've got a little bit of washing up in there at the moment, so it's a bit rattly. But
Do you want to show there's no to show the mileage and that there's no warning lights or anything like that? Like she's always run brilliantly. She's never been an issue. We're very lucky with her.
Your gearbox is there, obviously, for driving neutral and things like that. So that's all good.
Alrighty, is there anything else we need to talk about here?
Not in here, so I think let's cut the video here, send it smaller, and we'll go and do the outside as a separate one.
Awesome.